guys, welcome to yet another episode of Moc Advice with Callan and Ben. And this episode we have a guest star, and it is Solunus himself.
Hey everybody, thanks for having me on the show, Ben.
It's good to have you here. Alright, so as we get right into it, our theme this time is Mocs that aren't of the Matoran species. The three Mocs we will be reviewing are Arcadrax, War, and Failing Bruiser. Alright, let's get right into this. Callan, would you like to begin?
Alright, let's do this thing. So the first Moc we're reviewing is Arcadrax, a Moc by Alien Entity. I believe it's a dragon Moc that roams around Spherus Magna. I don't know its exact purpose, but it's a pretty cool Moc. I think something I like about it, I really like those wings. The double wing looks really nice, and the attachment looks pretty good as well. A con of mine, I think, would probably be the hands. I don't know, those hands are okay, but the connection doesn't seem the best. It doesn't have the same posability as it would normally, and it doesn't have a thumb that would really match with that. Other than that, I really like him. So, Solunus, what do you think about him?
Well, one of the things that I really like about this Moc is the color scheme. The dark blue and the dark green really go well together, especially for a dragon. One of the things that I'm not entirely happy about is kind of how lanky it is. When I think about a dragon, I think about a long body and somewhat shorter limbs, and this is kind of the opposite. And while it's not entirely bad, I kind of prefer the more orthodox dragon look. That's my 2 cents on it. What about you, Cossy?
I like that he's broken away from a normal sort of humanoid look, because I have seen a few dragons out there who do look very humanoid, and I mean, even though this does look reasonably humanoid, I like how he's done the legs, how he's done, and I also like that head a lot. It is pretty simple, but it does look very nice on the Moc. Critique-wise, things I think you should change is possibly... The Moc isn't very custom. I'm not saying that's a problem, because custom isn't always better, but there are a few places it would probably look better. For example, I think the upper arms could be a little bit buffer, possibly, and maybe the lower arms, I'm not too sure about those. I kind of do like how they look, and maybe some of the feet could also be buffed up a little, but no, overall, it's a very good Moc. Shall we move on to the next one, guys?
Alright, our next Moc is War by Johan Dakic. And this Moc is overall a very good build. One of my favorite pieces of the Moc is the weapon, which is a giant sword. And it really works well with the Moc's overall buff features, and it's got a matching color scheme, which is, kind of a rare thing, but I think that it works very well. One thing about it, the handle is a little bit thin for the blade, but overall I think it's a very good weapon. One thing that can be improved about this Moc is the lighting. While lighting doesn't really affect how well the Moc is built, it can definitely affect the presentation. And in this Moc, it kind of takes away from the professional look that it should have. I think that the Moc is so good that the pictures really don't do it justice, and I think that the only way to fix that is practice. So, just a message to Johan, keep on practicing your photo editing and photography skills. Your mocking ability is very good, so I think that your photography should be good enough to match and do it justice. Alright, Ben.
Alright, thanks for that, Solunus. Those are some pretty good points. Stuff I love about the Moc is definitely that head design. I love how that looks. I kind of like how the spikes also give it kind of like a mustache kind of feel. I don't know how I like that. I also love that waist cape. A lot of people don't do waist capes right, and yeah, he definitely nailed it on this Moc. Also, both of the hand designs look really nice on this Moc. I kind of like how it's got two different ones. It looks very nice on him. Really, the only thing I don't like about this Moc is possibly the back. It kind of looks a little cluttered and just sort of tacked on. It doesn't look too bad, though, but really that's my only critique. Also, maybe on the back of his legs it could use a bit more work. But that's really all I have against this mock. It's a brilliant mock by Johan. Callan, would you like to go on now?
Alright, thanks, Ben. I really like this mock. I think something that really stands out for me are those two arm designs. The upper arm designs are the same, and they look really nice. Love the look of the Vakama masks, and the both of the lower arms look fantastic. The only things that bug me are the fact that he has a few dark silver, the gunmetal gray colors on him. I don't really think that goes with the black, red, and dark red color scheme very well. And the other thing would be the somewhat simple chest armor. The chest itself doesn't look bad with simplistic. I think it's those leg pieces with the two empty ball joints. They just look like they could be filled. But yeah, well, other than that, I think he looks amazing. A really good mock from Johan. Alright, a great mock by Johan Dakic, and I hope he makes more. He probably will. Anyway, now on to Ben with the final mock.
Alright, so now on to our final mock, Failing Bruiser by my good friend Felix the Cat. And this is one of his new recent mocks, which in my opinion is one of his best. I love the sort of sturdy, compact design that this guy's got. It's turned out very nice. There's a lot of nice piece uses everywhere with all the nice Hero Factory. My only problem with it, I really don't have any at all, but my only real problem would probably be the back. It's a tad ugly towards the back of the legs. It's not too much of a problem, but, I mean, because it looks great from the front, it's just when you look at the back of the legs, it's a bit eh. But really, other than that, I don't think it's much of a problem. The only other sort of irk that I have is the eyes are meant to be the white studs and not the black Borok eyes. But I do like how he's had the eyes being studs. I mean, both of the eyes work either way, but the studs do sort of give that proper buff, grumpy look. Alright, so a great mock from Felix the Cat there. Callum, what's your opinions on him?
Well, I love the hand connection. I really think it works out pretty well. Especially with how the hand design works. It just looks really nice. And the fingers look pretty good with how he connected them. And one thing that I don't like quite as much, although this is probably just a thing for me, is the staff. I know, I heard that Felix really loves the staff, and I don't really have a big problem with it, but it just, I don't know, I don't really like it that much, but that's probably just one of my own irks. Other than that, I think it's really awesome. The bulky look really suits it. Alright, Solunus, what do you think?
Well, I think that overall it's a really great mock. The front especially, there are almost no gaps from the front view, and it just puts across a very full armored look. The only thing that kind of bugs me about this mock is the ball joints as armor, so I think that, a little bit of extra armor there to make him a little bit buffer looking would really help out the overall appearance. Alright, that's my bit.
Alright, so one of my favourite mocks from Felix the Cat there, great mock. Alright, that concludes this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Big thanks to Solunus for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
It was a pleasure. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this episode. Tune in next week, though, for our Christmas special. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is Cossy.
This is Callan.
This is Solunus.
See you next time, guys.